Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by Any Means. Picture of Malcolm X should be up there. There go to Cash App. $ Deem by Any Means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $3, $30, $300. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez versus Mr. Jermaine Ortiz. And let me tell you something. Inside of the ring, I am a big fan of both of these fighters. Jermaine Ortiz, especially. Teofimo, I'm not such a fan of outside of the ring. Um, Teofimo leaves a lot to be desired, but inside the ring, I love Teofimo Lopez. I think he's one of the top fighters in today's sports. I mean, I'm gonna just be real with you, and I just think at 140, he's definitely the man there. He's definitely the guy everybody has to see. He's definitely the king of that division right now. Jermaine Ortiz, I truly, truly feel as though is probably the most underrated boxer in fighting. Probably next to a Xander Zayas, but he's a lot. He's 21, so that's more understandable why people aren't already on the Xander Zayas bandwagon. But Jermaine Ortiz, man, I think will gain even more fans after this fight. I also feel as though Jermaine Ortiz was robbed against Lomachenko. I feel as though he's beat Lomachenko. And I think that's why Lomachenko, a little karma came back to him as far as when it came to that Devin Haney fight. Because I don't think he should have even had beat Jermaine Ortiz. You possibly could have had Jermaine Ortiz versus Devin Haney, but that's another story. But I don't see this fight being no knockouts. I don't think neither one of them is going to get the knockout. I think this is going to go 12 rounds, and I think it's going to be a barn burner. Now, of course, I got Teofimo Lopez probably winning 8-4. 7-5, 8-4. But yeah, I definitely got Teofimo Lopez winning by a split, probably unanimous decision. Um, but it's going to be one of the best fights this year. I'm just predicting that already. I just like both guys' fighting style. T.O., he slowly stalks you the way a Jerron Ennis does. And when it comes to combination punching, Jermaine Ortiz is one of the best fighters in boxing at that. Him, Xander Zayas, Bud Crawford. They some of the best guys in boxing. Lomachenko, as far as combination punching, man, and it's Gervonta Davis, people like that. Some of the best guys in the game as far as combination punching, man. And I think that Teofimo is going to have trouble with that. I think that's some of the things that Loma has similar success against Teofimo Lopez with the combination punching. Because Teo could get hit. Now, this is the thing about this fight. Neither one of their defenses is the best, but Jermaine Ortiz defense is not as good as Teofimo's is. And of course, his footwork's not better. Teofimo got some of the best footwork in boxing. That's what makes him such a good dancer and things like that. So I think this is going to be a real barn burner. I can see Jermaine Ortiz getting off and backing up Teofimo in the corner and winning sneakily winning some of those rounds that way. I can also see Teofimo Lopez in the middle of that ring, making it very difficult for Jermaine Ortiz to hit him. And without him getting throwing back and dominating with that jab and that footwork and just giving them different looks. That's the thing about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo, he gives you different looks in that ring from round to round. Teofimo IQ, I feel as though is very underrated in boxing. Teofimo is one of the best boxers in boxing as far as when it comes to figuring you out. He's thinking in there, and that's especially when he on his game. When he mentally off his game, Teofimo, I think he suffers similarly from what somebody like a Mike Tyson suffered from when they not on their game. They could let a lot of that stuff distract them and affect them in the ring. But when Teofimo is focused and he's like locked in, he shows up when the lights is on, man. And I just got to give Teo that credit, man. He shows up when the lights is on, and just do not be surprised if this is fight of the year. I'm telling everybody now, do not be surprised if this is fight of the year. Because these two fighters are some of the best competitors. I mean, and just when you think about it on a stylistic standpoint, it's going to be hard for it not to be one of the fights of the year because I don't see punches not getting thrown. I don't see it being a boring fight. So when I think that it's going to be a barn burner, a 12 rounder, very exciting every single round, then I think what I'm looking forward to is what we got last year from Devin and Lomachenko. I'm looking forward towards a similar style of fight, a similar fight as far as how it goes. Where I've got Teofimo winning a lot of the early rounds. I got Jermaine Ortiz coming on in the middle, winning a lot of those middle rounds. He could possibly do that. And Teofimo pulling away late. So similar to Devin Haney and Lomachenko. And I think it might even be controversial. And that's what we love about boxing, man. But shout out to Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz, man, for putting on for the sport early in the year. I don't like that they're fighting on a Thursday, but I understand it. But I don't like it anyway, because I think that when you so worried, I know the Super Bowl this weekend and stuff like that, and I get all of that. But that means that people are ready to be in tune this weekend. And I think that you could still have a lot of eyes on boxing. A lot of people will want to watch a boxing match, and then the Super Bowl is the next day. You give people something to not be so anticipated for the Super Bowl. You give them something else to take their mind off it. So by the time they watch that, they tired the next day and they just ready for the Super Bowl. Before they know it, it'll be time to watch the Chiefs versus the Niners. So like I said, this is a fight that I think is highly underrated by two guys that I think are still underrated, both of them. And I think that just their styles are just beautiful in the ring to watch. But we going to see, man. It's going to be very, very interesting. We are going to see what is going to happen in this fight. And I believe that this fight is going to continue to move both of their careers forward. I think this fight on Friday, everybody's going to be talking about. Everybody's going to be. I think a lot of people are going to become Jermaine Ortiz fans after this fight. I think a lot of people are going to become Jermaine Ortiz fans after this fight. So we're going to see, y'all, how all of this is going to turn out. But like I said, I just don't see Jermaine Ortiz beating him. But I understand that it's a highly possibility that he does do it. And I got it probably about like 75-25%, 70-30% that he pulls it off. And that's just because of how much respect that I have for Teofimo Lopez. His footwork, his IQ, his jab, Teofimo Lopez is hard to deal with, man. And he don't quit. When he's on point, man, Teofimo Lopez, it's hard to get him out of there. Like, Sandor Martin tried to do it and still couldn't do it. So you got to understand, Teofimo tough, no matter what you think about him. But Jermaine Ortiz, I feel as though is even a little tougher as far as mentality-wise. And I think both of those things is going to make a classic fight. I truly believe, even though this is happening at the top of the year, I truly, truly believe that this is a fight that we're going to be talking about all year. We're going to have to revisit this when it's time to give out awards coming up in the next year or so. So y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. Man, go support the fight, man. I hope everybody's excited for this card. This is a great way to start off the year. Like I said, I am upset that it is happening on a Thursday, but I understand why they're doing it. But I also think that boxing can find a better way. Like, if you is going to put it on a Thursday, you have to market this fight even better than you did. So what I mean by that is, if everybody knows it's on a Thursday, and that's not an ideal day or date to have a fight, you got to be everywhere on all the YouTube channels promoting this fight. Like, I haven't even heard from Teofimo Sr., Mr. Lopez. I haven't even heard from him. So it's like, normally he can't stop running his mouth. I think he could have done a way better job promoting this fight, because Jermaine Ortiz is creditable competition. Nobody looks at Jermaine Ortiz as a walk in the park, or like, Tio, why are you fighting Jermaine? Like, nobody is saying that. Like, we all understand. And people say that they love boxing, but you can't love boxing if fights like this you're not excited about. Because this actually could be a classic. This actually could be fight of the year, whether it's not even without all the publicity behind it. So y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. Y'all know what it is, my guys. Y'all have a great day. I cannot wait to see this fight. I am very, very excited. for both fighters, because I think that it's going to spark a lot of controversy as far as who both of their next opponents could possibly be after this fight, depending on who wins. So y'all know what this is, man. Get at me, y'all. Have a good day.